This is the Shadow Man. On this channel I will give my opinion on many political and judicial subjects. In this episode it's about Western mistreatment of Russia. Since Crimea once again became a part of Russia in 2014, Western press daily writes some article criticizing the country and especially its president. The hypocrisy can be heard from miles away. First, Russia is blamed for what is happening in Ukraine. A whole bunch of high-rank US and EU politicians were coming and going to Kiev during the whole period of organized protests. They were waving their fists, Dutch member of European Parliament Van Ballen, and were inciting the neo-Nazi protesters to start rioting. President Yanukovych still refused to give orders to open fire, so the hardcore protesters opened fire themselves, created a chaos and blame all of it on the president, knowing that the West will support them. The legitimately chosen president had to flee for his life. That triggered events that shown the world that by far not whole of Ukraine supported the Kiev riots. Government of Autonomous Crimea decided enough is enough and organized a referendum where people were able to decide if they want to remain part of Ukraine or if they want to be reunited with Russia. To the referendum, all international observers were invited, but without a doubt, on orders of EU and USA no one came. And after the referendum, West screamed that the referendum was unfair, etc. This is severely hypocrite. West had a chance to observe the referendum but refused to do it, and afterwards were screaming without any evidence that it was unfair. Pathetic. The last straw for Donetsk and Lugansk was when the illegal government in Kiev started replacing locally elected region representatives for puppets. The locals took power without violence, and then the illegal Kiev government sent the army and fascist battalions to Donetsk and Lugansk to kill everyone who was against them. Locals decided to fight back, and as soon as Donetsk and Lugansk fighters started to be victorious, West started talking about Russian aggression. Sure, when Kiev was murdering civilians, it was okay, but when locals, who always been ethnic Russians, fought back, it immediately became unacceptable for the West. West is being two-faced third in this situation. NATO had stolen Kosovo province from Serbia and gave it to Albanians and then recognized its independence. But when regions who should have never been part of a country in the first place want independence, suddenly West sees it as illegal. Hypocrite. Western sanctions are only there in hope that Donetsk, Lugansk and Crimea will go on their knees. The undemocratic parasites in Washington and Brussels can forget about it. This just came in. Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister Yelena Zakral said that an MH17 criminal investigation is closed and confidential. According to her, a working group was created. Its investigation results will not be brought up for public discussion, she said. Probably something is found that is not in the interest of the West and their servants in Kiev. So they just decided to bury it.